To live well means to live according to knowledge and virtue. Wisdom is knowing what you don't know. The most useful piece of learning is to unlearn what is untrue. Education is the best provision for old age. No one is wiser than the one who admits his ignorance. A man's worth is judged by the truths he embraces. He who cannot control himself cannot control others. The highest way of thinking is to question everything. Wealth does not bring goodness, but goodness brings wealth and every other blessing. He who is hardest on himself is best prepared for life. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Worthless people blame others, average people blame themselves, but the wise see all blame as foolishness. If you do not get what you want, you suffer. If you get what you do not want, you suffer. The measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true knowledge. He who is contented is rich. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. Do not exchange your soul for wealth. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Wisdom is knowing how little we understand. A life without self-control is a life without freedom. The highest knowledge is to know that we know nothing. Let your soul be as simple as possible. No evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. Learning is remembering. The greatest way to live is to be true to yourself. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. Enrich your soul with virtue, not your pockets with gold. Wisdom is the understanding of what is true, just, and good. Virtue is the health of the soul. The soul, like the body, needs exercise. Do not let your anger lead you into injustice. He who would move the world must first move himself. Ignorance is the root of misfortune. The true champion of justice is not he who reacts to wrong, but he who refuses to do wrong. The easiest and most natural way to live with honor is to be what we claim to be. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. He who is not curious learns nothing. Think always of the universe as one living being, having one substance and one soul. Man is the measure of all things. Do not let anyone persuade you to do or say what is wrong. Virtue does not come from wealth, but wealth and every other good thing which men have comes from virtue. To find yourself, think for yourself. An education obtained with money is worse than no education at all. A system of morality which is based on relative emotional values is a mere illusion. Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs. Therefore, avoid undue elation in prosperity or undue depression in adversity. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. Do not be angry with your neighbor, rather be angry with yourself, for you are not wise enough. All men's souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them by what amuses their minds. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. No one has the right to do wrong, not even if wrong has been done to them. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. The shortest and surest way to live with honor is to be in reality what we appear to be. He is a man of courage who does not run away, but remains at his post and fights against the enemy. The value of a man is measured in the objects he pursues. If you want to be a good saddler, saddle the worst horse, for if you can tame one, you can tame all. An unexamined life is a tragedy. It is not living that matters, but living rightly. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. Falling down is not a failure. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. Let him that would move the world first move himself. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. Do not let your life be controlled by your fears or your desires. Silence is a profound statement. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. A multitude of books distracts the mind. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to improve yourself. Do not do to others what angers you, if done to you by others. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Wisdom begins in wonder. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. No one is qualified to become a statesman who is entirely ignorant of the problem of wheat. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. 4 things belong to a judge: to hear courteously, to answer wisely, to consider soberly, and to decide impartially. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. An honest man is always a child. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is lasting, the other perishable. He is richest who is content with the least, for contentment is the wealth of nature. Be as you wish to seem. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world. To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. I know that I know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living.